holding a basketball? Well, that way, I don't have to worry about what to do with my hands while I'm talking to you. Yalimada. My name is Danish Pradhan, and I am the coach of the Dallas Titans basketball team. We were honored to win gold medals at the Jubilee Games in Dubai in 2016. In his speech at the inauguration of Hyderabad's Aga Khan Academy, Maulana Hazar Imam stated, quote, "Indeed, children probably learned as much from context amongst each other and extracurricular activities as they do from a formal classroom education," end quote. To encourage this contact amongst our youth, Maulana Hazar Imam has promoted plenty of opportunities for interaction and knowledge exchanges between athletes across countries, through sports tournaments and camps. My fellow coaches and I had the privilege of offering our time and knowledge by working with the Aga Khan Youth and Sports Board of USA and Pakistan to not only develop, but also implement the camp you just saw footage of. That video you saw was created by passionate athletes who attended the basketball clinic in Gilgit in the winter of 2018. This camp extended beyond basketball. Participants also developed skills in public speaking, entrepreneurship, conflict resolution, and learned the importance of applying oneself, not only to sports, but also to academics and extracurricular activities. Maulana Hazar Imam also said, this concept has to include the provision of ample sports facilities. Unfortunately, since sports facilities are not available to us, coaches from the Pakistan camp and a similar camp in India have united to bring this virtual clinic to you. Yes, you, at home. Never played basketball? No problem. This is for all skill levels, even first-timers. Don't have a basketball? Not a problem. Just follow along with your coaches and do the drills on your own time. This is going to be a 1-hour program that will prepare you for when the courts reopen. Your coaches for this virtual clinic are premier Ismaili athletes, many of whom have competed and won medals at the Golden Jubilee Games in Kenya, Diamond Jubilee Games in Dubai, as well as multiple national Ismaili tournaments. To participate along with the coaches, move to a location with enough space to do the drills. Some of the drills are slightly more advanced. If you mess up though, don't worry, just keep going. Even our coaches made mistakes when recording this video. If I could show you the blooper reel, I would. For the first 15 minutes, we will stretch our bodies to get loose. Then, we will practice basketball-related drills, dribbling, shooting, passing, and body exercises. Hopefully by now, you have your water and your basketball and are ready to go. Take it away, coach.
So we're gonna go over stretching, and I'm gonna go over a couple of things that are good to keep in mind whenever you're stretching. The first is you're trying to go at about 70 to 80%. Stretching is not supposed to be all out, but you also wanna be able to break a sweat a little bit too. It's a great way to get loose and to get a feel for the ball. It could also reduce the risk of injury. It fires the muscles up and gets the blood and oxygen running through your body. If your muscles are not ready for competition, it's similar to other things in life. If you're not preparing before the exam, if you're not preparing before the big meeting, you may be setting yourself up for failure. So stretching is a great way to get ready for the game. We're gonna start with lower body. The first one is going to be some high knees. So if you have a basketball, you can use a basketball, hold the basketball in hand, and then you're gonna use your knees to get it kicked up and get it starting to go. So you're gonna take the ball, run in place, try to get your knees high. Let's go for 10 more seconds. All right, time. So your heart rate should be getting up a little bit, and that's good. The second stretch we're gonna do is something called pigeon. So this one is gonna be on the ground. Don't really need the basketball for this one. you're gonna try to get your foot and leg laid on the ground 90 degrees. If you can't do it, try to get as close to the ground as you can. Once you get it out into 90 degrees, take your forearms and lay it on the ground. If you can't get your forearms down there or it doesn't feel comfortable, take your hands and try to look straight ahead. I'm gonna go forearms. You should be feeling it in the hips and the glutes. And then let's switch. Anytime you switch, you wanna be careful. And then you're gonna do the same thing with your right foot. So everyone has a tighter side. My side that's tight is the right side. So it's a little bit tougher for me to get my leg all the way down. So for this position, I am going to stay on my hands, try to look straight ahead. And I'm really feeling it over here. And if you get loose, then you can go down to your forearms. All right, let's kick it back up. The next one we want to go through is something called kneeling hamstring stretch. So you're using your hips a lot in basketball, and the kneeling hamstring stretch gets your hips loose. So let's do that. You're gonna come down on one knee, the other knee is out in front of you, and then you're going to push ahead forward and really feel it in your groin and hip area. And start pushing ahead and hold for about 10 seconds. You'll also feel it in the other leg as well. All right, let's switch legs. Same thing. And then push forward. All right, so the hips should be feeling pretty good now. The next thing we're gonna do is something called Superman. Superman is good for warming up the lower back. So if you have some lower back issues, again, that may be something because of the hips and the glutes, but the Superman helps get your lower back a little bit more warmed up. And we're gonna do it with the ball. So if you have a ball, you can do it. If you don't have a ball, no problem. Hold the ball out in front of you. Get your arms up in the air, as well as your legs. And you're gonna kick out, and let's hold this one for about 15 seconds. See my legs behind me are up in the air, so are my arms. All right, in time. So you should be feeling that in your lower back. Now we're gonna move to core. So core is also a really important part of basketball as well. We're gonna get in a plank and we're gonna do it with the basketball. So get in plank position. Plank position is simply on your forearms. And then for this one, we're gonna get on our hands and we're going to take one arm with the basketball and we're going to transfer it over to the other arm. So stay in this position. 3, 2, 1, transfer. 3, 2, 1, transfer. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze your core, brace it. 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Last one. 3, 2. I don't know about all of you, but I'm starting to break a sweat now.
Hi everyone, welcome to online basketball training. My name is Anil Hamani. I'm from Oklahoma, which is part of Central Region. I love to play basketball because it keeps me fit, the ability to compete, and maintain friendships in our community. Prior to getting started, have a water bottle, your favorite workout area, a towel, and a stopwatch. Today we're going to focus on dynamic training. Each set will be 15 seconds. The purpose is to get your body to full capacity, reduce injuries, and increase range of motion. I'm glad to have you here. let's jump right into it. The first exercise is running in place. We want to keep our body warm and loose. There we go. Keep going. Keep going. Now, we're going to switch into our next exercise, which is high knees. We want to bring our knees towards our hands. We're keeping our intensity level around 70 to 80%. We're just getting our body loose. Keep going, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Now we're going to move into our next exercise, which will be heel kicks. Still remember, 15 seconds. Here we go. Bring your heels toward the back of your thighs. You're doing good, everyone. We're warming up our calves, our hamstrings, our quadriceps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep working. The next exercise is running lunge. I'm going to want to show you the technique first before we get started. So we're going to start on our left side first. Keep your knees aligned towards your ankle, your back leg straight, your chest straight, chin straight. As we go, we're going to rotate each leg, okay? Here we go. Ready, set, go. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Take some time to breathe. Prepare yourself, your mind, and your body. 3, 2, 1. Good, everybody. Are you ready to go? The next exercise is going to be called jump squats. Are you guys ready at home? I am. So what we're going to do is we're going to bend our knees, get about shoulder width. Keep your knees just kind of in front of aligned with your ankles. We're going to go down and then up. Here we go. Down, up, down, up, down, up. A few more times. Keep going. That's it. Down, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, everyone. As we're moving on, let's keep on moving. The next set is twist combo. These are 3 different directions. Watch me first. As we're gonna go center, left, center, right. Here we go. Left, center, right. Center, left. Center, right. Center, left. Center, right. Center, left. Good job, everyone. 3, 2, 1. In this exercise, you want to keep your toes pointed in 3 different directions. Just remember that. In our next exercise, we're going to do jumping jacks. This is going to warm up our upper body. Here we go. 1. Keep on working. You guys are doing good. Let's go. 3 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's go. Our next exercise is arm circles. We're gonna go forward. There you go. As we're going forward, now we're gonna go backwards. Good, everyone. Now we wanna go bigger circles. Hang in there. Take your time. This is gonna loosen up your shoulder joint. Go backwards with the bigger circles. A few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's move on to the next one. Let's keep moving. Our next exercise is the backstroke. We're gonna take our left arm and go back. Good, everyone. Keep working. We're almost there. Now, we're gonna do the other side. Good. 2, 1. As we're finishing up, we got a few more exercises. These exercises are called reachers. We want to kind of bend our knees, take your arms, go towards the wall, and then bring them up towards the ceiling. Okay? So, palm towards the wall, and then towards the ceiling. Good. Nice and tall. Arms towards the wall, and then towards the ceiling. Good, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone's doing a good job at home. Very nice, everyone. Let's shake it out. Just move your arms back and forth. Good. So some tips while you're working out is to pace yourself. Stick with it. Also as well, if you want to increase the intensity, you could do from 15 to 30 seconds, as well as hydrate yourself during the exercise. Everyone, I had a great time with you. See you again.
So the year was 2001, and it was a hot and sweaty summer in Dallas, Texas. And a group of young Ismaili kids, around 16 to 17 years old, came together and started a basketball team. They only had one goal in mind. They wanted to win an AKYSB national championship. So the captain of this team took everyone through grueling and difficult practices. Through persistence, determination, and sheer will, this young team from Dallas, Texas was able to come together and win a national championship. The captain of this team was my older brother, Anil Narani. He passed away in a tragic car accident a couple of months later. But Anil's heart and the lessons that he taught the team are still with us today. 20 years later, the Titans are a cornerstone of Ismaili basketball. And this is what Ismaili basketball means to me. It means continuing on the legacy and passing down knowledge to future generations.
Hey everyone, my name is Usman Nagani. I am from Dallas, Texas. Just a little bit about myself. I've been playing basketball since I was 7 years old. I played through middle school, played through high school, and I also played 4 years in college at Carnegie Mellon University. After that, I was part of the gold medal team in 2016 in Dubai at the Ismaili Games. So let's go ahead and get started. If you have a ball, you can join me and follow along. So the first drill, this whole ball dribbling series is good as a warm-up. Kind of wakes up your body, gets the blood flowing from your fingers to your arms to your legs. So we'll go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is have the ball in your dominant hand. For me, it's my right hand. We're going to get in an athletic stance. So feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. You're going to bend your knees a little bit, squat down with your butt back. Start with the ball with the right hand. What we're going to do is we're going to low dribble. So the ball shouldn't come up anywhere past your knees. And it's going to go as fast as you can for about 10 or 15 seconds. So here we go. So with your right hand, you're just going to get low and really pound that ball as quick as you can. Try to keep your chest up, your head up. Here we go. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Same thing with the left hand. Left is always a little bit harder. Try to keep that head up. All right, here we go. So the next one, we're gonna do the same thing where you're gonna come up a little higher to your waist and try to really pound that ball. Move as fast as you can. If you're a little slower, that's fine. It'll take some time. I'll switch it over to the left. The weak hand's always a little harder. Especially when you're in a parking lot with uneven floors. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So next one we're going to do is we're going to take the ball in your right hand and we're going to go side to side in front of us with the same hand. So it's going to look like this, where you're going side to side. All right. It's one thing to keep in mind when you're dribbling. We're not using our palm. We're not slapping the ball, right? We're really using our fingertips and maybe a little bit more. But you should always see a little bit of space in between the ball and the hand. So here, let's do that side to side one. So here we go, side to side, just like that. Yep, try to keep that head up. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Switch it over to the left. Again, this is always a harder one. Side to side. If you're not going that fast, that's fine. Start slow, maybe speed up a little bit. There we go. So this next one, we're gonna stay in that stance, but now you're gonna dribble outside of your feet. So we'll start with the ball in the right hand, and we're just gonna pull it forward and back, right? So you start here, you're gonna go forward, forward, back. As you get comfortable, you can pick your head up, try to go a little faster. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch it over to the left. You guys are seeing how bad my left hand is, but that's okay. Here we go. Forward, back, forward, back. There we go. Pick that head up. Woo. There we go. Stay here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So that's a series that I try to do quite often. Another good thing you can do is you have 2 basketballs. You can do the exact same thing with 2 basketballs. So picture if you're dribbling low, you're doing it with 2 basketballs. High with 2 basketballs. And even those advanced ones, if you're going side to side, you can have 2 basketballs just mirroring each other. Same thing with the forward and back. And as you get advanced, this forward and back, you can alternate it. So right hand goes back, left hand goes forward, and whatnot. All right. So that's the dribble series that I like to do. Another good way to keep it going is if you have a timer. You can start the timer, and each drill you do for 15 seconds, and you're going as hard and as fast as you can. You'll be surprised how much of a workout it is. After you do, 15 seconds of you're pounding with the right hand, 15 seconds left hand, 15 seconds high, 15 seconds left hand high, side to side, forward and back, through the legs, all that stuff. You'll be surprised how much you'll start working out your arms, your shoulders. And then if you're in that stance the whole time, your legs will be on fire. It'll be great. A good warm up / dribbling workout, 5 to 10 minute tops. And you can move on to the next thing that you want to do. Hope you guys enjoy that.
Hi everyone, Yali Madad. My name is Sabah Dosani. I'm from College Station, Texas. A little bit about my basketball history. I've been playing basketball since the 2nd grade. It was the first sport I ever played and the first sport I fell in love with. I continued it through middle school and high school, and in high school my team and I won 3 state championship titles. I had the opportunity to play in the Dallas Smiley Games tournament where my team and we won 2nd place. I also had the unique opportunity to travel to Mumbai, India in December 2019, where I was a co-coach in the Basketball Jubilee Gym camp. So today I'm just gonna give you all some tips to perfect your shooting form. And I know we're in quarantine and COVID-19 is happening and everything, but honestly, you don't need a court, you don't need a hoop to practice basketball. All you really need is determination, motivation, and the will to become the best. And I promise you will see the results. So let's get to it. So there are a lot of ways to teach people how to have a good form in shooting, but the one way that stuck with me my whole life is the word beef. Now you might be thinking, what is beef? Each letter in the word beef means something and corresponds to a specific aspect in your shooting form. The B stands for balance. The E stands for your elbow. The second E stands for your eyes. And the last letter F stands for your follow through. Okay guys, so before I show y'all some drills to really get your body comfortable with the shooting form, I want to remind y'all that you can do these drills anywhere. As long as you have some space to move around, you can practice these drills over and over again. Okay guys, so what a good base looks like in basketball is always to make sure that your feet are shoulder width apart, and you always want to bend your knees a little bit so that way you can jump. We're going to add on to that balance exercise we just did, but this time we're going to grab a ball and we're going to dribble. So you're going to dribble to each side, and you want to make sure that you're in good balance and that your elbows are in line with your shoulders. You'll just go back and forth and stop and make sure you're in the right form. Double check your balance and your elbows. Okay, so in this exercise, we're going to incorporate everything we just learned with beef. However, we're going to really just focus on our follow through, so we won't be moving a lot. You still want to make sure you have a good base and your elbows are in line, and you want to be able to see what's in front of you, and then you're going to just shoot. And you want to make sure that you're following through and the ball is leaving your index finger and your middle finger last. And you can just keep doing that over and over again. All right, guys, you're more than halfway through the word beef. Good job, but let's keep going. The third letter in the word beef are your eyes. And basically what I can tell you with your eyes is that you need to focus. You need to have your eyes set on your goal. And then when you're shooting, your goal is almost always the hoop. Okay, guys, something really important about your eyes related to your elbow is that whenever you do have good elbow formation in line with your shoulders, make sure that the ball isn't right here on your forehead, because I can't see anything. I don't know where the hoop is. I don't know where any of my teammates are. I don't even know who's in front of me. So it's really important to make sure that you continue to have this good formation, but just bring the ball down a little lower, maybe to where your chin is. That way you can see the whole court. Congratulations, guys. You made it to the last letter in the word beef, F for follow through. Watch and learn. And a couple of things to know about a follow through is that whenever you do have your ball in your hand, make sure they're on your fingertips. That's why the warm up with the fingertips and keeping them strong was really important, because you don't want the ball in your palm, you want them on your fingertips. You want your hand to be able to go right here. That's how the ball should be resting on your fingertips, not your palm, but your finger we refer to as the follow through. What it should look like is basically just flipping the wrist. What I like to imagine is I'm taking the basketball and I'm just putting it into the hoop with my hand itself, and the ball will do the same motion. It'll go up and into the hoop if you continuously have that follow through. And last but not least, I know we have 5 fingers on our hands, but something really important to know about your follow through is the last 2 fingers to touch the ball should be your index finger and your second finger. So I've just been blabbering on about the follow through with this hand and your fingers and whatnot. But what about this hand? Like, you see everyone shooting basketballs with 2 hands. And yeah, that may be the case, but in reality, your second hand is just a guidance hand. It's not pushing the ball in any way. It's simply there so that it is sturdy and in your fingertips, and it's not going this way, it's not going that way. All right, so let's practice our follow through. All you really need for this drill is your ball. So what you're gonna do is get into a good foundation or a good base, legs shoulder width apart, have the ball in your right angle right here with your elbow and your shoulder, your invisible hand that really does nothing but is still very important. And all you're gonna do, bend your leg and shoot. And while you're shooting, you think about that follow through. Think about those last 2 fingers touching the ball. So here I go, follow through finger. If you do happen to have a wall, you can use that as well to practice the follow through. What I like to do is start really close and then make my way back. So that way I'm using more of my legs each time I go back, because the 3-point line is pretty far away and you're gonna need to use your legs to make it to the hoop. Really close. Just focus on your follow through. Make sure that your legs are still in good base. All I'm doing is focusing on my follow through. All right, so now you can see I'm a little farther back away from the wall. That's fine. I'm just gonna have the same formation and use a little bit more of my legs. Good job, guys. You did it. You made it all the way through the word beef, and now you know everything there is to know about shooting a basketball. So I really wanted to take this time to emphasize that beef is not only used for basketball, it could definitely be used as a life lesson. For example, B as in balance. Yes, you need a good balance to shoot a basketball, but you also need balance in life to succeed in every aspect of it. If you're focused way too much on sports, your studies might fall. If you're focused way too much on your materialistic life, your spiritual life it is probably going to fall. So it's really important that you have a balance on the basketball court and off the basketball court in your everyday life. Another example is that E for eyes. You need to focus on that hoop. You need to focus on the basket. But in real life as well, you need to focus on your dreams. Focus. In a basketball game, you're going to have so many distractions. Your mom's going to be cheering for you. Your teammates are going to be asking for the ball, and your coach is going to just be telling you what to do. But your main focus should be that hoop. You need to stay focused, cut all those distractions out. Just like in life, you're going to run into a million distractions, trust me, but do not lose focus on your goal. Whatever that may be, don't lose focus. Last but not least, that letter F, followed through. In basketball, it may mean the last step into your shooting form, but in life, it just means to keep following through. You're going to make mistakes. You're not going to get this form on the first try. Trust me, it took me years to perfect it, but that doesn't mean that I don't keep following through. In life as well, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to have hiccups. That's fine. We're human, but you have to keep following through, and then you will be happy with the results. So don't just think of beef as your way to become the next Michael Jordan. Think of it as becoming the best version of yourself. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you take away a couple of tips and tricks on shooting, but also some lessons to remember when you're going through life. And I hope you had a lot of fun and you're staying safe out there. Thanks. Yali Madad.
Hey everyone, my name is Salman Lalani. I'm excited to be your coach today, to be here with you all today. I've been playing basketball for more than 10 years, and hopefully I can show you a couple of tips and tricks today that can help your shooting and help you get better every single day. The best thing that I like about Ismaili basketball is definitely the bonds and the friendships that I've made while competing with other people, whether they be your teammates or your competitors. I've definitely gotten to know a lot more people than I would have without basketball. I think one tip for the day that we'll talk about is the repetition and how necessary it is. The more you do each task, the more you do each of these drills, you're just going to get better every single day. So don't stop ever and keep practicing. It'll make you much better. The first shooting drill that we're going to be working on today is perfecting our form, getting that repetition down. So what I first want to show y'all is the correct way to hold the basketball. And when you get into your shooting form, you really don't want the ball resting on your palm. You really want it on your fingertips right here. So that way you can push up with that basketball and into the hoop. So in order to improve your fingertip muscles and get that stability down, we're gonna start with the drill for 30 seconds where we're just gonna take, touching only our fingertips, and we're just gonna move the ball back and forth. So let's get it started for 30 seconds. So this is just gonna help improve your fingertip muscles and really help you get that shot up and into the basket when you get there. Let's go for 20 more seconds. It's gonna start to hurt a little bit, but every single time you're doing this, every time it hurts, just remember that you're getting better every single day. So keep pushing it back and forth, pushing it back and forth. We've got about 10 seconds left, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, keep pushing, 2, 1, break. Now that we finished that stable part of it, we're gonna start doing the same thing, but we're gonna start moving it up and down. So you wanna keep it going up and down. It's gonna be a little bit tougher, but just keep it moving, keep your fingertips tight, and just go back and forth over and over. Make sure the ball does not touch your palm. So we're gonna start with the 30 seconds now. Ready, go. Let's go, keep it going, keep it going. Keep that ball moving up and down. Got 20 seconds left, 20 seconds left. Keep it moving up and down. Get it low as you can and as high as you can. Just back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. 10 seconds left, 10 seconds left. Let's go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you all so much for joining us today. I really hope you got something out of it. I hope you can keep practicing these drills that we've given you and keep practicing that shooting that I taught you today. As I talked about in the beginning, the main lesson I wanted you to learn from this is that repetition over and over and over. Getting in that routine and setting a time every single day to practice your shooting, you're gonna get better. You don't need a hoop, as we saw today. You just need a basketball. You don't even need it. You can just be shooting just like that and practicing your form, practicing that 90-degree angle. And I think that doesn't just apply to basketball, that applies to everything in life. Get that routine going, get that repetition over and over, whether that be in Jamaat Khana, whether that be in school, whether that's doing your homework. Get that repetition routine going, and you'll be able to accomplish life so much better once you have everything organized. So thank you all so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay safe, everyone.
Varani, I'm excited to be your coach today. I've been playing basketball as long as I can remember, doing some of these drills since I was a kid. My favorite part about Ismaili basketball is just the level of competition. I love playing against the best Ismailis around the world and making new friends while we're doing it. Remember, as you're going through these drills today, make sure you stay hydrated. You won't need a ball or a basket for any of the stuff we're doing today. They're just going to help you build your fundamentals and become a better player while we're doing it. All right, so for this first drill here, we don't even need a ball. We just need some good energy. We're gonna focus on footwork, all right? So first you're gonna count to 3. You're gonna go up on your tiptoes. Make sure you extend your calves as much as you can. These are called calf raises, all right? Just get all the way on your calves. You're gonna work on your calves. It's gonna help your jumping ability. It's gonna help you focus on your footwork, help you get off the ground. 5, halfway there. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, guys. All right, guys. So for this next drill here, we're gonna stay with our feet, focus on our footwork. We're gonna work on our agility and quickness right here. So you're gonna get down, squat down just a little bit, turn to the side, and get your right foot right in front of the other. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna switch your feet like this, as fast as you can for 30 seconds. All right? 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. This here, you're gonna work on your quickness, your agility. During the game, you're gonna focus on your footwork. Make sure you're sliding in your defensive positions. You gotta stay low, stay close to the ground. Keep going. You're gonna feel the burn in just a little bit. Just keep going, keep pushing it. You got 5 seconds. 2, 1, go. All right, again, for this next drill here, we're gonna stay with our feet, work on our lower body. We're gonna work on our footwork again, work on defensive positioning, all right? So we're gonna go in, out, out, all right? In, out, out. It's better to do it slow and correctly than rather than to do it fast and wrong, all right? Again, in, out, out for 30 seconds, all right? Ready, and go. In, out, out, in, out, out. Keep your head up, keep your head up. In, out, out. Keep going, you're gonna feel the burn. Keep it going, you got 20 seconds. In, out, out. Head up. Almost there, 10 seconds left. Keep working, keep working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good work. All right, we're gonna stay with our feet here, focus on our footwork. We're gonna work on our defensive explosion, work on lateral movement, going from side to side. So here's an example right here. If I want to go this way, I'm going to push off this leg and then stay on that foot here. Come back on both feet. All right, same thing here. When I need to go that way, I'm going to push off this leg on here and then back to the middle right here. All right, we're going to do that for 30 seconds. All right, we're going to go 30 seconds side to side, starting now. Push off here. Make sure when you come back to the middle, you land on both feet. When you go to one side, you're pushing off the other opposite way. It's gonna help when you need to explode on defense. Keep working. If you get tired, 5 seconds, last one each way. Last one. The Ismaili Muslims, we're so lucky to be able to give seva in so many different ways. I'm so lucky and thankful that I get to be here in this position, teaching you guys about something that I love so much. We hope you guys learned something. Take care, everyone. Stay safe.
My name is Sahil Panjwani,
I am Zain Panjwani.
and we are both on
The
Dallas
Dallas
Titans in Central Region. So today we're going to be teaching you some basic aspects of passing. But before we get into that, we wanted to talk to you about some of our favorite things about playing basketball. For me, I personally love how competitive the game of basketball is.
And for me, I love how you can learn something new every single time you play. We've learned a lot from the game of basketball over the decade we've been playing. So
That being said, let's get into it. Let's talk about what we're doing today, and then we can get started. All right, so the first thing is, so we told you that we're talking basic aspects of passing. So that means chest passes, bounce passes, overhead passes, make a pass to make a pass. That is the most important one. And finally, one-hand bounce passes. So the key things to remember whenever you're going into these drills is that you must keep your head up at all times, because you won't be looking down whenever you choose to make a pass to somebody. You have to make sure you see them and then you make that pass to them.
make sure you always visualize how a game scenario is going to be played out, because you don't want to just practice making the easy pass and not being able to make the same passes in a real life situation.
Agreed. So that being said, let's get into the first drill. All right. So first one is going to be chest pass. Make sure your head's up and you're doing a flick motion to where your thumbs go out. So your hands go out both ways like this. Your thumbs are out right here.
Make sure you have a tight grip and make sure that you're strong yet accurate pass.
Right. That being said, since I have a partner right here, some people may not have a partner. And if you don't have a partner, you can also use a wall. Right here we have a fence, so we're going to show you. It'll bounce right back off and come back to you. Just stand at an equal distance and bounce it off. It may bounce back to you, but that's fine. Just practice going strong and going efficient and hitting that same target every single time.
Make sure you aim for the same spot every time so you know that you're being accurate.
Exactly.
And as you keep going, you can increase the speed of your pass.
All right. So we're gonna do a couple more chest passes and then we'll get into the next drill. That same flick every single time. Last one. That's good. All right. So the next one now is a bounce pass, right? Bounce pass is very important because you're gonna have to get through where defenders are and you have to put it over them sometimes. So in order to do that, you have to be very precise about your bounce pass. So you're trying to put it at an equal distance between you and your partner every single time.
Try to aim for that middle ground to closer to your partner so that it can bounce right to them.
You can push out with one hand like that, or you can also
do just the same thing as a normal bounce pass.
same thing, same flick every single time. Same aspect. Show them with fence as well.
So with the fence, you can also make a bounce pass. You just have to make sure you're pushing a little bit harder.
Same thing to remember, you're aiming for that same spot every single time. Next pass. Next pass is the overhead pass. All right, overhead pass is important because sometimes you get caught up in a situation where you may be double teamed. You got two defenders on you, and you have to go over their head in order to get into another person, and that will create an advantage for you in the game.
This also gives you the opportunity to make stronger, longer passes. When you grab a rebound and your friend or your teammate is already down the court, making this pass is hard because it may get tipped, or you might just not have enough power to get it that far. So an overhead pass is good for these reasons. You want to make sure the ball is over your head and you're using that same flick motion when you're passing.
Same flick motion, your thumbs are going out every single time.
This is a key concept in every single basketball pass. You flick the ball and make sure it's fast and strong. You can do the same pass on a wall where you just hold the ball above your head and flick it very hard and very fast.
Yeah.
This is a key pass.
The next drill we've got is faking a pass and making a pass. This aspect of passing is very important in the game of basketball, and personally one of my favorites, because many times you will get trapped on two defenders. Two defenders will be coming up at you and they both have their hands up wide. So you may need to shake off one of your defenders by making that fake pass and then going right between them so that you can get that pass to your open teammate.
This is a key pass in basketball because you always want to be one step ahead of the defense. You don't want to follow what they're doing. You want them to follow what you're doing on offense. So you can even make two fake passes and then make a straight pass. Or
the important thing when you're doing that is that you want to make those passes so that the defenders get off your way so that you can get your open teammate wide open. And there's so many different variations of what you're doing, whether you're going low first or you can fake a pass high first and then go low.
You always want to make sure that you sell the fake pass, because if you do it and you aren't really letting the defender think that you're passing it that way, they're not going to go there and you're still going to stay double team. So you really want to sell that pass and then make that second pass very quickly.
Exactly.
There's so many different variations of how you can do this. We'll show you one example in a real life game scenario.
In a real life game scenario right here, I'm making one fake pass, I'm going up to my teammate, and then he's flushing it down. And that can happen just off that simple bounce pass. These are basic bounce passes, and you can get a play off that.
This is also why you always keep your head up, because you don't know if one of your teammates is cutting, you can fake a pass and you can have a wide open bucket at any time.
Exactly. So that being said, that concludes our drill session for the day.
And don't forget that you can apply basketball to every situation in life. Communicating with your teammates is just like communicating with your friends in other aspects. You always need to be able to trust your teammate when you're making a pass to him. If he's open, he's going to catch it, or if he's going to score a basket. Or you're going to be able to make sure, you just always have to be communicating with the rest of your team to let them know that if you're cutting, I will find you with the pass. So that concludes our session for the day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and Yalimida.
Wow. We are so lucky to have such amazing coaches willing to share their time and knowledge with us. I've been playing basketball for over 20 years, and even I learned a few new pointers. Beef! Thanks, Silva. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy days to spend with us. We hope you learned a few tips and are motivated to participate in the next sports tournament, or just live a healthier lifestyle.